Hello, my dear friends and followers. Welcome to part 2 of this statement about my organization video. So far, so good. Concerning our expansion to Sierra Leone, I can say it might be possible this summer, but it depends on how long our governments, especially here in Europe, will continue their nonsense with this panic, and especially the lockdowns that causes in the end much more harm than cure. And a medicine and a lockdown is basically a medicine. If a doctor gives out the medicine, he also has to consider the side effects of that medicine. So if the side effects are ranging beyond the original sickness and the side effects are more dangerous, then the doctor will consider not to give that medicine. But this is something the politicians, especially in Germany and other European countries, don't know and they have not learned. The economical harm is huge, and as mentioned before, because countries like the Gambia are still very much depending on the Western world, let me call it, it will be very difficult for them to survive. I feel it with my organization as well. So the Sierra Leonean project is totally depending on the fact if we can make it, if this lockdown continues. If it's continuing, even we will run into big difficulties within the next 4 weeks. And then the last of once almost 600 people that have been involved in our projects, and the last remaining 35-40 people will also go down. Responsible for that is the Western world governments, and for my case, especially the German government, I'm responsible for those situations, as well as those big helping organizations like UNICEF that totally dropped us because they said, oh, we don't receive any fundings, nothing. They have millions, but they just don't know where to use them. I was flying some years for the WFP, I'm sorry, the World Food Program, and I know how things been running there. Even my boss, I don't mention the name, but food supplies. We've been flying to Sudan. I remember that there was contracts before that a quarter or even above a quarter of those food supplies been sold to greedy businessmen in Sudan directly from the plane. The boss at the WFP knew about that. He made his money with that. His extras. Yeah, food supplies that been meant for refugees, for people without nothing, been sold. So I knew about such things, and what is going on here with this corona pandemic, which is not a pandemic but a panic, fake panic, or whatever you guys want to call it. I mean, it's almost the same thing. So bad things been already happening all the time. So if it is that helping goods or charity goods, emergency goods, been sold to greedy businessmen that after sell them to the people that already have nothing. I mean, this is happening a long time even in the Gambia, when the wicked European countries sell their trash to our nation. I'm getting now too much political again, but it should have been part of it, because it's part of my anger as well, right? When I see that our bread every day is packed in old newspapers that the Western world just drops in our West African nations, sells it actually to those nations. It is trash. They are selling trash to get rid of the trash, and even they make money with trash. This is Western world attitude, maybe. Those things have to stop. I mean, of course, where should I put my bread? But why should I put my bread in an old newspaper from Europe or America and support those people with my money that they just sell their trash? Why don't they don't eat their trash? I mean, they can do it. They're wicked enough to do so. But unfortunately, some of our Gambian, I would not even call them Gambian brothers, but some of them that are already living long time here in Europe also changed their character. And we felt it. We as an NGO been attacked several times by former Gambians that been once raising themselves from our nation, maybe because too lazy to work or however, now living in Europe and acting like the big man. Luckily, also they will lose their job now because of this panic. So it has also a positive effect, right? But it is sad to see that some of our brothers try to destroy an NGO, a charity organization, destroying the life of many people only because they are jealous or they could never made it. It just happened just some months ago. And those people been always from Europe. In the Gambia, no one ever disturbed us. They've been just supporting us as good as they can. And that is a sad fact. And totally we don't need such things during those very difficult times. However, we can only all pray together for things to get better now. And I wish you all to stay healthy, stay blessed, and together we can make it. If everyone is fighting on his own now, like before, it will not work. We as people of the Gambia have to stick together and stay together and learn again to trust each other again, because only together we can survive this crisis. We cannot rely on governments or people abroad. We have to rely on ourselves, our friends, our neighbors, our family. That's what I think. And this is how I handle my organization these days. And we are with it successful because we are still surviving. Stay blessed. Until next time.